Hello class, welcome to Art History 120. My name is Chris Stigler and I'm going to be your lecturer, professor, teacher, whatever you want to call me. I'm going to be guiding you through 150 years of modern and contemporary art history. Now, what I'm showing you right now is my introductory letter, which I sent out to all of you yesterday. So hopefully most of you have had the chance to go through that letter, which details the structure of an online course. But for those of you who didn't, I'm going to be walking you through that really quickly. Then I'm going to give you a guided tour of Blackboard, which is our online learning platform, which if you're seeing this video, you have found your way through Blackboard. And from there, we're going to look at the syllabus and also our course schedule. Today's lecture is going to be brief, or rather more brief than other lectures where I'm actually going to be showing you slides and videos, but ultimately today is going to serve as a good introduction to not only how the course works but also what's to be expected of you. So together I do want to walk through this letter. And so, really quickly, I mean, this is just all facts, so it's just a cursory read will give you everything you need. But as I sent out in the email, and as I just said, most of you have figured out how to get onto Blackboard, this letter details the basics for how to log in. It's the same login information as your SMCC email address, and then once you log in to Blackboard, this course, as you have figured out, shows up, you click on it, and voila. Now, as I say here, item number 2 in accessing the course, starting today, January 13th, excuse me, the course is open to you. And so what you can access today is what I have opened up for you. So obviously this lecture, the important or salient course material, and also a preview of the link library, but we'll talk about that in just a sec. General course information. This includes some really important things. One, it is a contractual obligation with the college that I only communicate with my students, you all, through our SMCC email accounts. So I understand that all of you probably have private email addresses, but when you are sending and receiving messages from instructors at SMCC or administration at SMCC, it's very, very important that you use that platform. It's just what the school wants, it's what the school asks of all of its instructors, and it's what I'm asking now of you, all of my students. So that's one. 2, the thing that is very, very important that often students don't realize, especially with distance learning courses or online learning courses, is that it is still a structured course. You have requirements that are due at certain intervals. For instance, when we go through the schedule, I'll point out when we have quizzes and when we have essays, when we have exams, and when your research paper is due. It is very, very important that you follow along with these due dates. This is exactly the same as a class that you would go to in South Portland or in the Brunswick campus. It's just happening digitally. So it's very, very important that you stay on top of these deadlines because I'm not one to allow many late assignments to come in. I will say that at least one of you is going to have massive technical problems at some point during the course of this term. I am not a tech person. I'm not computer savvy. I'm computer literate. I can do this, obviously. But if you have any technical questions, feel free to email me and let me know that they're happening. I would very much appreciate that, like if you can't access this course for whatever reason. But if you want technical advice or technical know-how, contact the IT department. Distance learning is a big component with SMCC, and so the IT department has dealt with probably every concern or every issue that is going to come up. Hopefully not, but that might come up over the course of these 16 weeks. Yeah, we'll talk about the book in just a second when we go to the syllabus. So most of you have done this already, the what I should do first, because you found your way to this video. We're going to, as a class, go over the syllabus. We're going, as a class, we're going to talk about the technical requirements of the course, which are listed on the syllabus. But really all this is telling you to do is the exact same thing that I'm telling you to do, which I'm holding your hand for right now, but ultimately your homework for tonight is going to be, or for this week, is going to be reviewing the course material, buying the book, and reading a few chapters in the book. So, without further ado, we're going to move on to Blackboard. All right. Having this little video component down in the corner is new for me this term, so I'm going to do my best to here in my blazer, got my good lighting, all that jazz. So FYI, you're going to see lots of little videos of me chatting, and being on a webcam is weird, as I'm sure many of you know, so it's weird for me, it's probably weird for you. So, this is our course. When you log on to Blackboard, let me slide this up. So when you log on to Blackboard, you log on to, let's go back, this thing, right? This is what it looks like. And in spring 2014, you can see that I'm only giving one online course this term. You guys, congratulations. And so you click on that, and that brings you into our course, where you're going to find everything that you need for what I'm going to ask you to do over the next 16 weeks. The important things, and why we're kind of cued over to your left-hand side of your screen, is this dashboard here. So obviously there's a title of our course, History of Modern and Contemporary Art, D2, your section D2. There's one other digital section that I'm not teaching. Course dashboard, I'll go over in just 1 second. It's this thing right here. Actually, I'll just go over it right now. So what the course dashboard is, this is the way that you access the course. You get the ability to structure what this dashboard looks like. What I'm going to do, the main thing that I use on this on the dashboard are these announcements. And so see my announcements, here's one that just says welcome, and you'll recognize this because well, basically it is the email that I sent you. So there's that email. But going back to the course dashboard, some other things that it's got going for it. It has a to-do list, tasks. I'm not really sure why in this version of the dashboard it doesn't list any due dates. I have actually entered in all of the assignments, all of the quizzes. I haven't put the exams up yet with their due dates, but I'm going to make available the course calendar, and the course calendar is going to allow you to see when all of that stuff is due. I'm still trying to sort out why it's not going to show up in this to-do thing, or why it doesn't show up in the to-do yet. But hopefully by the end of the week you'll see little due dates and stuff down there. So, course dashboard, you get to kind of tweak this as you see fit, so take ownership over it. As you can see up here, if you're for the perceptive ones out here studying the details, this says courses unavailable to students until Monday, January 13th. I record these lectures early, so when I say today, the 13th, I'm actually speaking in the future. It's the past. So next thing on the item are course docs, course documents. Inside this, you'll find the welcome letter, which is the same thing that I emailed to you. Your course syllabus, our course syllabus, which is our contract I list in the syllabus not only what is to be expected of you, but also how much things are worth and how you can hash out your grade, as it were. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. We're going to go into the course schedule in just a minute. So, important things here. I'm not going to add many more things to course documents. I don't really think that much else needs to go in here. The reason I'm keeping the welcome letter in there is because there's important information about how to reach the IT department. The course syllabus is something that you should be looking at regularly throughout the course, just so you know how much things are worth and what I'm asking of you again. And then the course schedule it's listed here in list format, but it's also on the calendar. But as far as weekly reading assignments and that kind of stuff are concerned, that is listed on the course schedule. I do not list the reading assignments or the films on the calendar. For the films will be linked, the readings will not. So you have to go to the course schedule to understand that. But that's coming next. Right here, lectures. There are no lectures in there yet because this is the beginning of the course. But that's where you'll find them. So every week, almost every week, there's going to be 2 lectures. Those 2 lectures are going to be roughly an hour each. I break them up into 2 to mimic a course that would meet on campus for a short period of time twice a week. I've tried to do this where I record these massive lectures that are about 3 hours long, and let me tell you that it wasn't just the students that were complaining about the duration of those lectures. They're very difficult for me to do. I'm in a room talking to myself, so doing that for 3 hours is teetering on unbearable. Watching them for 3 hours, I can only imagine is that much worse. So I'm deliberately breaking these into 2 lectures. Sometimes there's a 3rd lecture, but only if it's a review for an upcoming exam. There's 2 exams. But generally there's 2 lectures, and those 2 lectures I'm going to try as hard as I can to keep them under an hour, which ultimately means they're going to be in 4 segments because I can only publish these video chats in 15-minute increments. So it will make sense next week when you log in here on Monday the 20th. Because you're going to see 2 lectures, but those lectures are going to be broken down incrementally, which is great because then you can know what you need to click on if you need to go back and review things. The link library, this is a very, very important thing. Click on that. Any film that I'm requiring you to watch, any additional reading outside of our textbook, I have posted a link to in this link library. There are 13 items in this linked library. I think there's 10 movies and 3 additional text, somewhere on that schedule. There's more films than additional text because I'm assigning you quite a bit of reading. Well, not quite a bit, 1 book. So anything that is listed on the course schedule that you need to access is here. If you access it and it does not work, the link does not work, immediately write me an email so I can fix it. And chances are, if you're letting me know that it's broken, then you're the first person to try and access it. So I've tested out most of the links. Sometimes Blackboard can be finicky, and that happens, specifically with exterior links. So again, if it doesn't work, let me know and I'll fix it. Well, that's the link library. Assignments. All of the assignments, the written assignments are listed here, and you can see right here, item is not available, item is not available. These things are scheduled to open up when the previous one is due. So essay number 1 is open to you now, but essay number 2 will open up the Monday following the due date for essay 1. That will make sense when you look at the calendar. And lastly, the discussion boards. Here is course questions. On this discussion board, I would like, see there's nothing here, This is designed for you to ask questions publicly. If something's broken, if you're confused about something, post it here. This is 15 minutes.